So finally here we are after a week's grueling and meticulous planning on the road once again. Topping our vehicle's fuel tanks to the brim for the long journey.
Yeah, lead, please carry on.
After a short meet, we all took off for Sangla. And not long on the road, our stomachs craved for some food.
Stopping here for breakfast.
After a short stop for the breakfast, the small convoy of 5 capable vehicles gliding on the tarmac in pine-covered forest finally sailed off. Piercing through Rampur's hustle and bustle, we reached Jeori and stopped to grab some overlanding essentials. Entering Kinnaur every time gives me spine chills. The mountains, the roads, it all just fits in so perfectly. With Satluj river right by our side, we reached the famous Tranda Dhang. It is a perfect result of the synergy of man and machine. And the convoy rolling on it made it look like an opening vista welcoming us in its beautiful lap. In the dark, we started our ascent for the Baspa Valley.
ऐसी जगह पर रुकना अवॉइड करो बिल्कुल भी जहाँ ऊपर कुछ भी लग रहा है जैसे स्लाइड जैसा है, चाहे पुराना है चाहे जो भी है.
And finally reached our hotel at Kuppa. The next morning, the feeling of waking up to the scenic valley of Sangla Valley was peerless. And after curing our appetite with some aloo pranthas, we were back again on the road, where we like it the most. For a motorhead like me, seeing these capable vehicles in such a beautiful valley was a magnificent sight. The different shades of the mountains, the trees made it too much to sink in at once. Chitkot, on the banks of Baspa river, is the first village of the Baspa Valley and the last village on the old Hindustan-Tibet trade route. It is also the last point in India one can travel to without a permit. After a short stay at the Chitkul border, we were back in our seats, heading towards the Karcham Dam. Taking a last glance at the beautiful valley of Chitkul, it was time to say farewell to Vaibhav, Garimadi and Harkaran Bhaiya. Even though it felt incomplete rolling without Vaibhav, soon we got a hang of it. Now Vaibhav on his way back to his place, we rolled towards Kaza. Now with 3 vehicles in the convoy, it was easy to pick up the pace as the circumference of the responsibilities shrunk a bit. At Skiba, few kilometers short of the famous Kalpa bridge, we stopped to have a great meal, and fortunately the dhaba owner was cool enough to let the veteran rally rider Mr. H.L. Sharma to cook a delectable meal for us. The 60-year-old veteran is all about bikes and good food. And after the amazing meal, we started heading towards Kaza and had an air intake filter problem in poo, which we overcame in a pretty desi style by using a brush. And from then on, it was smooth sailing to Kaza.